Hi, welcome to this lecture of Excel Skills for Business. In this lecture, you are going to unlock the basics to the advanced level tools and techniques that are essential to handle the business requirements. To navigate in Excel, the easiest way is to use the scroll bars. We have a horizontal scroll bar which will allow us to go right and left, and a vertical scroll bar which will allow us to scroll down and up. At either end of the scroll bars, you will also see small arrows that allows us to make smaller movements. So for example, I can click here to move up one row at a time. Using the scroll bars, however, it is not always the most efficient method. Sometimes it is quicker to use our keyboard. For example, we have 4 arrow keys, which will allow us easily to move left, down, right and up, one cell at a time. If you need to make the bigger movements, two really helpful and the useful keys are the page up and page down. What they do is to take us down one screen at a time. So you can see at the moment I am on row 92. At the bottom here, if I press page down, you can see now 93 at the top. And if I press page up, I am back to where I was before. One super useful shortcut is the Control Home button. Press it, see what happens. Control Home takes you back to the beginning of your spreadsheet, and in a very large spreadsheet that can save you a lot of time. You may also wish to navigate to different sheets within a spreadsheet. If you have a look at the bottom here, you'll see actually I have 3 worksheet tabs and each of these are the different sheets. To move between these, simply click on the appropriate worksheet tab, and I'm going to move to Sales 2016. Now let's have how to select the data. To select a single cell, simply click on that cell. And this can be done through a single click, not a double click. Remember this one. This cell then becomes the active cell and you can recognize it because it's now converted into a solid border around the edge. If you wish to select more than one cell, click on the first cell in your selection. Hold your mouse down and drag it to the last cell. You will notice that they all become highlighted except for the first one that you started on. Don't worry, that is still part of the selection. Be very careful, however, when selecting that you make sure that you have the big white cross. There are 3 icons you need to look out for. The big white cross is your select icon, but if you come to the edge of the cell, you will notice you get a skinny cross with black arrows on the edge. This icon is usually your move icon. So if I click and drag now, what it has actually done is move the data. So you don't need to be panic and you don't need to worry about that. I actually didn't mean to do that. Nearly every mistake in Excel can be undone just by clicking on the undo button on our quick access toolbar. So I'm going to do that now. The third icon you need to look out for this is a little skinny cross with no arrows. You get this when you hover over the corner of the active cell. This time when I click and drag, it looks like it's selecting, but actually it has copied the data. Again, that's not what I mean to do. So I'm going to undo that. Remember, when selecting, you want the big white cross. To select an entire column of the data, you can simply click on the appropriate letters. So to select column C, I click on the C. You can also select multiple columns. So let's say I want to go A to E. I click on A and hold down and drag till I get to the E. And of course, you can do the same with the rows. So to select the row 5, I'm just going to click on the number 5. Between the row numbers and the column letters, there is a little corner. And if you click on that, you select your whole spreadsheet. Sometimes you want to select larger sets of data and clicking and dragging can be quite slow. So another option is to click on the first cell in your data, then hold the shift key down and click on the last cell. And that will select everything between your two clicks. But wait, there is some more. An even quicker way of doing this is to click somewhere in the data set and then use the shortcut Control A. Control A for all. It's nice and a quick mechanism. One last thing, sometimes you need to select two sections of the data that are not next to each other. We call this a non-contiguous data. So let's say I want my account managers and their quarter 4 results. I start by clicking selecting my accounts manager, but if I now try and select my Q4 result, oh, I have unselected my accounts manager. So let's try that again. I'm going to select my accounts manager, but this time I'm going to hold down the control key and select my quarter 4. Now it's your time to practice what we have learned in this lecture. Thanks for watching. See you in the next lecture.